Hello, fellow designers and photographers. Welcome to another Photoshop CS6 tutorial. I'm your host, Buddy Blackford, and today we're going to start talking about how to save and review a history state text file. And what that really does is it creates a file that Photoshop has already created for you, and you can save it out every time you do some changes to your document. It'll save that stuff out so you can easily go back and review it later. The reasons why you might want to try something like this is to retrace the steps you took to produce a particular design. So for example, you're working on something in Photoshop, you're not really sure what you're really doing, but in the end it comes out awesome. You're like, wow, how did I do that? So you go to like write down what you did so you can recreate it later, but when that happens, sometimes you like forget steps and stuff like that. But if you save out your art history file or your history state file, then you can look at it and it'll tell you the different steps. And one of the awesome things about it also is that it keeps timestamps on there, and the timestamps are good for giving to your clients and things like that. Sometimes clients won't believe you that you worked on something for such and such hours, and they'll give you a hard time. All you gotta do is print off the history text file and give it to them and be like, hey, this is what this is what I did, and this is how long it took. So that's pretty much, yeah. So that's what you would use it for. So let's go ahead and start saving this stuff. So first thing we got to do is set up our save history. So we're going to go into our preferences. So let's go to Edit, Preferences, General. And then we've got this history log down here. Check that box there. And we can save log items to metadata. That records the data as embedded metadata. And if you don't know what that is, I'll just look it up real quick for you right now to pull it like on the screen so you guys know what metadata is. I don't know the exact definition, that's why I'm going to bring it. So here's what metadata is. I'll give you a second if you want to pause the video and read about it. And basically it's just data, like a data file about the data that Photoshop uses. So you can save it as that. Let's get that out of here. You can also save it as a text file, which records the data to a text file, obviously, or you can do both. So let's just check both. There we go. Now you need to pick it somewhere to save it to, and I'm just going to save this as history, and then it automatically saves it as a text file. I'm going to save it in my new Boston folder and hit save. So you can choose it again by clicking on this to where it's going to save, and you can see there that it created my history. I'm just going to do a couple things here to my document. I'm going to click out of it, and I need to go over the other part of the preferences here. We have let's go back here and click on our history log, go to both, and we'll resave it as this. And then we have the edit log items, because there's a few of these and I wanted to go over them a little bit. So the sessions only records basic information, such as like when it was opened and closed. Now the concise puts more information in there on the actions you've done, and then detailed has the most data and includes date and times for each action and individual state. So let's go to detailed, and then we'll hit OK. And let's just do a couple things. I'm gonna move, I'll just move this layer, and then I'll draw on it, and then I'll move it again, and then I'll use the magic wand tool on it. There we go. So that's a couple of things that we've done. So now we've got it created and we want to go and review it. So I'm going to close Photoshop so it'll record that. So let's go closing it right here to close. And Actually, I'll just hit yes for now just to save this. I don't care where it saves. Let's back it up. And we'll just save it right there for now. So this should close out. No, I don't want to save that one. And let's go to where we had our history file created. So I'm going to go into my folder, and here it is here. History. Now if I open this up, we can see the stuff here. When this was closed, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on here. Here's some times. What else we got here? Move current layer, magic wand, brush tool. As you can see, brush tool, move, magic wand, and everything like that. So this is what your history file is going to look like. It might be a little bit bigger later on when you're like actually do a whole bunch of stuff. So this is what it looks like. And if your client ever questions you on how long you took and what you did and stuff like that, or you want to see how you created something, then you can use this to pretty much check it out. It even has like detailed stuff in here, like your selection was 452 by 70, tolerance was 100. I mean, it goes into a pretty decent amount of detail into this when you have it set on detailed. So if you had it set on sessions only, it's going to look different. So it's not going to have like all these different detailed informations and all the different times and stuff like that. So make sure you have it on detailed if you really want to use it. I mean, there's not really much reason not to have it on detailed unless someone tells you to. So that's how you use your history text files and how to review them and how to create them and everything like that. So it's really cool, I think, if you want to like record what you've been doing. So thanks a lot for watching this tutorial, and let's see you guys in the next one. We're gonna start getting into the meat and potatoes of Photoshop, going over like layers, adjustment layers, filters, different tools, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. So see you guys later in that tutorial. Have a good one.